the speed of which you travel is quite important. And obviously on the analog dials, you can't always get it absolutely exact. If you just want to have a digital reading so you got a far more accurate indication of the speed that you're traveling, then just set it on your SL. Gonna let me out? Gonna let me out? Thank you. Cheers. That's a kind driver, isn't it? There's that many traffic cameras. It's game over. You lose your license, you can't drive a car, you'll get banned, could be anything up to 3 years. It's great. And Britain is definitely one of the worst. You've got average speed cameras which tell you if you've gone over the speed limit between point A and point B. You've got red light cameras if you go through a traffic light. So here's a great example. Just at the top there, you'll see there's two white lines going horizontally across. And this yellow box here means that I shouldn't be entering it. I shouldn't be stopping in there. The lights went red, I couldn't get through. If I was to go literally another meter forward, there's a traffic camera right behind me. That yellow box up the trees there. That would have flashed and I would be getting a letter through the post with a photograph of my registration, a photograph of my car, proving that I went through the red light, and I would have got what we call 3 points on my license in the UK, of which you're allowed a maximum of 12. And also probably would have got, I don't know, a £200 fine. You've also got discrete cameras now, which do both your speed limit, they do both going from red light cameras, and the flash doesn't go. And now, to top it all, in certain parts of West London, you've got noise cameras. And because of the influx of these gear changes that you have, especially like on the Audis, that real quick, loud pop that it gives, and we get a lot of Arabs that come over from overseas that like to import their cars, fly them over literally to drive around London. These Lambos and Ferraris, etc., they've got such loud exhausts. The police can't do anything about it, but they've put up cameras so that if you're driving and you're making more than a decibel level which is acceptable in your car, you'll get a ticket. So I thought I'd do a quick video just to help you in terms of, I can't do much about the exhaust sound of it, I just thought I'd add that in there. Anyway, getting to the point, the speed of which you travel is quite important, and obviously on the analog dials you can't always get it absolutely exact. I mean, you can use a camera. The dash cam here, you can see there that it's telling me I've got 41 miles per hour that I'm traveling at, and it's a 50 zone, so well within it. If I go above the 50, then it goes red. If you just want to have a digital reading so you got a far more accurate indication of the speed that you're traveling, then just set it on your SL. Now if you already know this, then you probably not want to do this video, but if you don't know this, it's dead easy to do, and you'd be kicking yourself thinking, I can't believe all this time I had a digital dash display. Anyway, so all you do is this. Press your menu button, and then you want to go down to the one that says the temperature, that one there. Now press the up button. If you look on the left hand side, those miles will change. Press it one more time, and there's your speedometer. Yeah, as you're driving along, you've got your digital speed readout. You notice there on the right hand side, that's my current speed at 53 miles per hour. But on the left hand side, above the mileage, it's showing as 89. So let me just stick the old cruise control on and I'll talk about it a bit more. Cruise on. So 56 miles per hour equates to 90 kilometers an hour on the left hand side. So you can have the best of both. You can see there that you would just look at one screen for kilometers, the other screen for miles per hour. Now, if you want the one on the right to show kilometers an hour, then this is how you do it. The car's got to be stationary. Press the menu button until you see the following screen, which is this one. Once you got the to reset, press reset button for 3 seconds message, then you press the up arrow to go into that menu. And there's loads of stuff you can do, but I'm just going to talk about changing it to kilometers per hour. Now, what we got here is instrument cluster, lighting, etc. So the item that you want, and if you press the plus or the minus, it will then move down to the following menu. But we want to keep it on instrument cluster because that's what we're looking at adjusting. Now press the up button. That will go into that specific menu that's highlighted. Here we got temperature indicator. It's showing it as in Celsius. Press the arrow one more time, and here we go. This is the screen that you want. So here we have the menu being digital speedometer, and currently it's set as miles, because in the UK, even though we're a metric country, for some stupid reason, everything's in miles on the roads. So let's say you want to go to kilometers, then you press the plus button to move up to kilometers. Now that that's highlighted, once it's highlighted, press the menu button to come back out and it will save that setting. Go back to the screen that has the temperature, if you remember. Here it's got kilometers per hour. You can't change that, unfortunately. That stays as default on the left dial. But this now should say kilometers per hour as opposed to miles per hour. So press the up arrow and here we go. We've now got kilometers per hour. And there we go. We are now reading in kilometers per hour. So I hope that helps my European friends and in places such as Singapore and Australia where you're in kilometers per hour. So look, I really hope that little trick helped you. I love finding little menus like this which perhaps you'd be driving your SL and you never knew you had. Let me know if it helps you. I really appreciate the subscribes if you took the time to do it. I don't want to bore you and say please subscribe and give me the thumbs up. If you've done it, great. If you don't want to subscribe and don't want to choose to be with me, that's fine. Maybe I'll get you next time. Anyway, appreciate it. Bye for now.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.